Hi, guys. So, what I wanted to talk about today are reasons why some real estate deals, real estate contracts fall apart. Not every deal is set in concrete, not every deal um, comes to fruition based on several different reasons, either on the seller's part or on the buyer's part. But a lot of times, real estate contracts, even though they're signed and they're binding, there's certain trapdoors that happen, so to say, that allow the deals to fall through. One of the main reasons here recently is because of mortgage rates and mortgage rates fluctuating, mortgage rates that go much higher, that causes the buyer's financing to fall through. If the mortgage rate shoots up from 4.5 to 6%, that may price the buyer out of the purchase of the home because of debt to income, because of what the mortgage payment might be. And a lot of times it could mean adding $400, $500, $600 per month on the mortgage payment based on the mortgage rate. So a lot of times the financing will fall through on the buyer. On the financing side as well, homes have to appraise for what they're being purchased for. And in the last few years, appraisals have gotten a little tedious and complicated because if a buyer is going 30, 40, and $50,000 over the list price in an attempt to secure a home, but they're not putting an equal amount of money down on the home, if the home doesn't appraise for the value of which the buyer is trying to purchase it at, there's a gap there. And between the buyer or the seller, someone has to make up that gap with the bank. Either the buyer has to bring more money to the table, or the seller has to reduce the purchase price and ultimately the net profit that they may be making on the home in order to satisfy that gap. And a lot of times that's where the deal falls through. Sometimes buyers get very excited about purchasing their home, and they may go out and start purchasing furniture and electronics and certain things for the home and opening up store accounts in order to make these purchases. That's a huge negative because it really knocks your debt to income ratio right out of whack with your lender. Lenders will have a fit when buyers are going out and opening up revolving store accounts in order to make purchases for the new home. As a buyer, never, ever, ever start opening accounts when you're trying to purchase your home. You can open up all the accounts that you want after you close on the home, but do not open up any new accounts because you will throw off that debt to income ratio. There's sometimes where between the seller and the buyer, a better deal comes along. The sellers, real estate agents are obligated to present any offer on a listing to the homeowner at any point during a transaction. So a lot of what's gone on here recently in the last few years is a seller will accept an offer. The offer may be in either a home inspection time frame or the 48-hour attorney approval period that's prevalent here in New York. And with that, there's a bit of an out because if the seller gets presented maybe with a much better offer, a cash offer, much higher offer, somebody with better financing, they can in turn instruct their attorney to decline the first offer and go with the second offer. It muddies the waters. It upsets a lot of people, especially the people that are intending to purchase your home. Um, but it's the nature of the beast that is real estate. Sometimes with buyers, they may be in that same time frame, and maybe the home inspection comes back and it's not favorable. They see some things in there, maybe a foundation issue, a roof issue, electrical issue. Um, they may ask for a release of contract. Same thing within that 48-hour attorney approval period. If they find another home that they really have fallen in love with and they want to purchase, again, they may instruct their attorney to decline the first offer they put in so they can pursue this other home. So another reason why deals may fall through. It is very, very important that you are working with a real estate professional in order to navigate these very high seas and muddy waters at times. Nothing gets more frustrated, especially, well, realistically as a seller or a buyer, to have a deal fall through. And that's where communication is key with the real estate professional you're working with. You want to have all the information you need. You want to make sound decisions. You want to have all the facts. If things start to go sideways, you got to have conversations on how to regroup, maybe, mitigate the situation. If you can't mitigate the situation where, the deal is going sideways, how is it going to work out to the best interest of either client realistically? So I just wanted to talk about these situations where deals may fall through. If you have any questions at all, maybe, you'd like a buyer or seller consultation in order to avoid these types of situations. Not that they can always be avoidable, but if you want to have a buyer or seller consultation, ask a bunch of questions. Again, questions are free. So are the answers. There's no cost, no commitment. My website is here, jasonclank.exprealty.com. You could drop a comment or send me a DM. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have on the next sale or purchase of your home. With that, have a great day.